His enemies have long said President Bill Clinton could not be controlled, but are his friends now saying the same thing? According to Newsweek, party leaders like Ted Kennedy and Rahm Emanuel have asked the former president to take the rhetoric down a notch and cool his attacks on his wife's rivals, specifically Barack Obama. Will he listen? Joining us now, the author of that piece, Newsweek columnist John Fenelter. John, thanks for coming on.
Hey, Tucker.
So Rahm Emanuel and Ted Kennedy talked to the president directly and said, stop it? That's an amazing scene. What did he say?
Well, you know, I can't honestly tell you what he said because I wasn't on the phone at the time, but I heard and confirmed that both of them did have conversations with former President Clinton. They were apparently rather heated, and they told him almost exactly what you said, to take it down a notch, to pipe down that he wasn't playing an appropriate role for a former president of the United States and for the effective head of the Democratic Party.
So does that, I mean, both of those figures, Kennedy and Rahm Emanuel, have had sought-after endorsements. Neither of them has endorsed anybody so far. Does this suggest they're going to endorse Obama?
Well, I did hear a report and put in Newsweek that the Clinton people fear that Ted Kennedy is leaning to Obama. His office says that he's making no endorsement, quote, at this time, but he's leaving the door open for making one at another time. And there's some indications that he might do so. Rahm Emanuel, I think, is going to stay neutral. He's kind of caught between the Clintons, who are his mentors, particularly Bill Clinton. His relationship with Hillary is not particularly good because she tried to get him fired in 1993. But his relationship with Bill Clinton is very strong, almost a mentor kind of relationship. And yet he's from Chicago and has a lot of contacts in the Obama campaign. David Axelrod, Obama's campaign chief strategist, is one of Rahm's closest friends. So I think Emanuel is going to stay neutral. Ted Kennedy, unclear what he's going to do.
I think of Bill Clinton as a kind of secular saint in the Democratic Party. And with that in mind, the quote you have from Greg Craig is amazing. Let's throw it up on the screen. Greg Craig, you write, who coordinated Clinton's impeachment defense in 1998 and is now a senior Obama advisor, argues that, quote, recent events raise the question, if Hillary's campaign can't control Bill, whether Hillary's White House could. First of all, it's a smart point, a kind of a devastating point, and remarkable coming from Greg Craig, of all people.
Yeah, well, Greg Craig, went over to the Obama side. There are quite a number of former Clinton administration officials who are with Obama. It's a real division in the Democratic Party right now. You could almost call it heavy skirmishing in the party. And I think one of the things that Kennedy and Emanuel were worried about was that, Bill Clinton was kind of playing by a different set of rules than they thought was right for somebody in his position. For instance, in 2000, when George W. Bush was running against John McCain, you didn't see Bush's father, the former president, intervening to trash McCain. You did see him saying nice things about his son, of course, and everybody thinks it's fine for Bill Clinton to go campaign for his wife and tell everybody why he thinks she would be a better president. But to actually go after Obama is unusual, and Ted Kennedy thought that Clinton contributed to injecting race into this contest.
Ted Kennedy thought that. Are there people... That's just amazing. We're getting just word here that Congressman Clyburn of South Carolina, who is touted by everyone as this power broker on the Democratic side there, told Bill Clinton today to, quote, chill in his attacks on Barack Obama. Unbelievable. John Alter, thanks very much. I really appreciate it. Great story.